Welcome back to Richo Hobby and Art, and it's the second installment in my Squished penny collection. I keep them in this sort of nice booklet that has, I guess, mylar. Hopefully it's mylar. It's not cheap plastic. It doesn't seem to be reacting with the copper, or it's not copper anymore, but the material in there. This is the first one. It says the Old Town, Old Salem. And so that is kind of kept, it came with the book, so it never comes out. And I'm going to go through the rest of these in no particular order, and it's going to be rather quick. So first off, we've got South Carolina Aquarium, the Sandbar Shark. That's in Columbia, South Carolina. Linville Caverns. Linville Caverns is in western North Carolina. It's the kind of place that you can go in a cave for a good price, that turn out the lights, and boy, is it dark. Can't see a thing. Here is the Brookfield Zoo. Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, I believe, is where that is. Standing Bear. This is the Virginia Living Museum, which is in Newport News, Virginia, with a bobcat on the front. This is one that I've been to this museum several times. In fact, several times this year, but this is not my penny. This came from my brother-in-law. It's from the American Science of Atomic Energy. And this is an old museum. Started back in the 50s after the Manhattan Project ended. And the Y-12 Oak Ridge started doing other work. Continuing on the atomic energy work, but anyway, the museum has had several faces. It was, I don't know where it was originally, but it was, when I first went, it was in a building that is now an apartment complex. And since then, it's in a store, it's in a shopping center. A good place to go if you're interested in nuclear power or the atomic energy process. This penny is from that. And they still have the pennies there. They still have Squished pennies, but since this came from my brother-in-law, I'm going to keep it. We got Rainbow Row in Charleston, South Carolina. This penny has got a lot of detail. It's in really good condition. River Street in Savannah, Georgia. It was kind of hard to read that, but you could probably see it clearly. I climbed St. Augustine Lighthouse, which is true. I did climb it. If I went to a lighthouse and you could climb it, I did so. And that's how that works. That's in Florida. The Ponce de Leon Lighthouse, Ponce de Leon Inlet, down there by New Smyrna. Beautiful view of that from the beach as well as from the top of that. This is Grandfather Mountain, western North Carolina, and the suspension bridge that, it's not a suspension bridge, there's a name for it, but it's up high, that's all that matters. Let's see, which way does this go? This is probably, well, it says Carolina Aquarium. This could be another one from the South Carolina Aquarium, because I have several from the North Carolina Aquarium, and these are not how they look. So it shows an Atlantic stingray. So I'm guessing that's from South Carolina again. Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Looks like a hammerhead shark. Oh, yes. The Blowing Rock. Sort of a lover's leap type thing in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Been there several times. Part of that Appalachian region of North Carolina on the other side of the Smokies. Nauticus. Nauticus in Norfolk, Virginia. Shows a shark on the front. Nauticus is sort of has some history, has a battleship, and an aquarium all mixed into one. At least that's what it was 20 years ago. I don't know what it is today. Ruby Falls. Ruby Falls on Lookout Mountain in Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. We went there back in 2017. We were there actually a couple weekends ago, not to Ruby Falls, but to Lookout Mountain, Rock City. I'd already put a short up about that, so kind of fresh in my mind. All right, the Arthur Ravenel Bridge in Charleston, South Carolina. Beautiful bridge. Now this we've been to just within this month, just a few days ago. See the 7 states at Rock City. And shows all the different states: Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. South Carolina State Museum in Columbia. The Winkler Bakery in Old Salem, Winston-Salem, Old Salem Museum and Gardens. Great place to go get cinnamon buns or the little wafer cookies or whatever it is that you like when you go to Old Salem. This is a cannon, so it's Fort Macon State Park at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. So it's a Civil War fort, I believe. And last but not least, Riverbank Zoo. Riverbank Zoo is in Columbia, South Carolina, and there's a tiger. So, that is the conclusion of my Squish Pennies. As I said in part 1, I don't get these things anymore. You still see them out and about, but, you know, in this day and age, I don't keep a lot of coins in my pocket anymore. I'm usually using a credit card or something, or even cash, but... and then some sites have medallions, so there's not even a chance for these. But they are a unique thing that you can get when you go, you know, traveling and souveniring. Thanks for watching.